Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jaime. I am here to bring forward a few different channel messages, some information, some downloads of what we're meant to hear right now. I took a little bit of space from recording because it was my son's first birthday and it was my birthday, and I really wanted to really take it in, really reflect, really get clear, really be in my own energy from, all this output that I've been doing. Because really this past year, when I really reflect on it, it was such an expansive year. And, with expansion, there's a little bit of challenge and growth that goes through this expansion path, right? And this year I not only gave birth, right? I have a 1-year-old now and I have a 4-year-old as well. But I did so many things this year that really broke broke the limits of what I thought was possible and really shifted a lot of paradigms. And I always hope that I can be a bit of an example around really breaking the barriers of what we think is and is not possible given our circumstances, given our experiences. And, I've really had to work with this year. I've expanded in such a big way, not only within my soul, not only within my life, but really big time within my business. And I did it while also having a newborn, something that I just, when you become a parent, or some of you might already experience it, you wonder like, how can I go after my big dreams if I have kids and, all these different things. And we have all these thoughts in our minds and of what is and is not possible. And the truth is that you can go after your big dreams and you can have a children, you can have a newborn. And yes, it can be challenging at sometimes, but it's just changing the way that you work. You have to work smarter than harder and shift the way that you work and work in terms of flow and, moving past those familiar edges that we find ourselves in and really confronting all those ways that we limit ourselves, the excuses, whatever it is, we have to confront that identity, right? Because with this year, with having a newborn and launching all these things that I've launched this year and really expanding in such a big way, I experienced such a huge expansion while having a newborn and really quantum leap my life and my business in this first year of my son's life and in this year. And something that I also had to reflect on because it was really wild to me. And I really wanted to be very intentional with how I'm moving into this energy of this new year for me, and take some time to reflect, to get clear, to be in my own energy. And a lot of downloads, a lot of channeling. I also was doing different birthday rituals for myself and really kind of being intentional with where I'm going and getting clear. And really, it's a great time to kind of reflect, right? When you birthday or new year. And I just needed that space to do so. And, there's such a new way of working in this new realm, in this new paradigm. And I think that when you are, especially with just all these shifts that have been taking place in your own life and these activations and all these new energies that are coming forward, it is so important that when you're being called to reflect or rest or take some space away from output or whatever it is so important to listen to that. Because there's so much happening on a soul level when you do take that time to do so. And this year was so huge for me. I had a newborn and a 4-year-old, and, I expanded my life and my business in so many ways. I experienced a huge expansion, and I'm still in an expansion mode. And all while going through it with a newborn, which is so wild to me because, we're told all these different things of what is and is not possible due to these mass consciousness beliefs, and really what we're really being asked to. And I hope I can be a living example in some way is to unplug from that mass belief or that limits us around what is and is not possible around age, circumstances, whatever you've been through in the past or your environment. You know, we have the ability to break the mold and experience this expansion and live limitlessly and infinitely. And yes, you know, excuses are quite valid, right? It just requires us to work differently, to live differently. You know, you have to work smarter than harder and align with a different flow of energy and really break up with that old identity that seeks to limit you or hold you back in any way, and realize that we are the ones to break through and create a new paradigm in a new way. And so I hope to be this example to that you can be a mother, you can be a parent, and you can live your wildest dreams, and they both can coexist. And in fact, they're meant to coexist in that way. Many times your children, and you know, this isn't true for everybody, but their soul is needed in order for your expansion. And sometimes that's not the case. And it doesn't matter if you're a parent or not, or wherever you are on your journey, there are all these different programs that seek to limit us in some way. And where we're at in this consciousness, this expanding consciousness, this awakening that's happening on this planet, is that we are having to break up with these old identities, you know, and to really, really recognize what is and is not no longer true, what is true to us, and step into something bigger and shift into a new potential that is awakening within you. And this kind of goes into the messages, but there is a new version of yourself that you are currently in the process of meeting right now. There's a version of yourself that you're currently vibrationally first stepping into. You know, you can imagine yourself almost like your soul, almost like this blob of energy. And when you feel into that energy and that essence of your soul, and you feel into yourself almost as if you're like literally this blob of energy, that you can stay on this one path, or you can vibrationally, energetically align yourself with that version of yourself, the desires, your reality that you're really wanting for yourself. And that happens first in an energetic capacity first, where we can literally vibrationally feel into and merge yourself with this new energy and essence that is available. And where you can really, where we're at right now is we're entering this significant manifestation vortex. And in this moment, on this day, right now, in this exact moment, whenever you're listening to this new higher vibrational reality, this manifestation vortex is available for you. And you have the ability to vibrationally align yourself with this infinite realm of possibilities, this higher version of yourself and your reality. And it's the simplest way is if you can just imagine yourself as literally a blob of energy, and you're breathing in and immersing yourself into this new energy, into this infinite realm where you can kind of decide, what do you want? What do you want to align to? What is and is not possible for you? So you are in the process right now of meeting a version of yourself, an aspect of your soul, an aspect of your consciousness that you've never met before. And with this new version of yourself, or this aspect of your soul that is currently integrating into form, it's currently grounding into form. With that comes this expanded possibilities, these new sets of potential. Something that wasn't previously possible is becoming possible. So I do feel like we're at this really powerful moment where you are crossing the threshold. You are walking through this new doorway, and on the other side is you're meeting this version of yourself that you haven't been, this version of your reality that you haven't experienced yet. And you might realize that more is possible. With this comes new ideas. It literally becomes this new version of yourself that you can notice what is possible, what changes, what ideas come forward as your energy becomes more solidified, as you meet this new version of yourself, as you integrate this new version of yourself. What new ideas are calling you? What new pathways are opening up to you? What felt impossible is actually quite possible for you now, because you are literally walking through a doorway right now, and you're meeting this version of you that you haven't been before. And it likely might be a more confident, Maybe it's a bolder version of you. Maybe it's this version that you've seen before, but it's actually right there and you're energetically aligning with it right now as we're walking through this massive energy manifestation vortex. When it just feels like energy locking into place, because we're in such a transformational energy right now, that this transformational energy locks into place in some way. There is this new frequency that you're emitting. There's new soul frequency that you are emitting. This new soul signature that is coming forward is being broadcasted out of you. So it's this opportunity to sit with your soul, to feel it, to listen to it, to recognize, maybe get curious around who you are becoming, around what is possible. What frequency, what new soul signature are you emitting? What, maybe there's a color, a taste, an energy that is being broadcasted from you. Because there's so much glow up energy, there's so many huge energetic shifts that are happening on a very deep like cellular level. Maybe before you were previously broadcasting a different energy signature. Now, like a radio station, you're able to vibrationally align and attune yourself to a different radio station, to a different energy. And when you really immerse yourself, when I was talking about that blob of energy, right? When you really imagine yourself as a soul, right? As your soul sees you, as you really are, as on a soul level, and really get used to that version of you. Because something really deep and profound has changed and is in the process of changing within you. And this is a game changer. This is like everything changes from here. But there's a previous broadcasting radio station that you were emitting, and now you have the ability to unplug from it and vibrationally tune into a higher frequency and version of yourself, like a radio tower. You are now ready to attune yourself to a higher vibration, to a different radio station. And some of you, that is like a new soul signature. That is a new version of yourself that you're broadcasting that wasn't there before. And some of you, this is also attuning to, there's like new guides of a higher vibration that are coming forward. They're really like greeting themselves. I actually feel like a lot of you have really made some really bold decisions or bold moves or close something down that this happened quite quickly, and you did it quicker than you may have thought before and closed down a lot of timelines, and they're just truly very proud of you. And I think there's a lot of ancestors coming forward that are very proud of you. I think there's something that you know that you've done. Maybe it was a decision, a move, something really big for your soul that you are needing to hear this. It's like a congratulations, a celebration. They're really celebrating you right now because you've literally a game changer. You've shifted so much. And it's so interesting because I was in the Akashic Records. I actually wasn't even intending. I was just kind of walking and I was just in the records. And I kept seeing this shifting happening within the Akashic Records. And it was showing me almost like these new codes coming in. It was like this quick shifting dynamic energy. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like it's like I can hear it. It's like this quickly like shuffling, shifting energy within the Akashic Records. And what it was showing me, or what I was feeling, was that these quick rewrites were happening. Like it's like these rewriting of your soul's energy, your soul's coding, your soul's path. You're rewriting history in a way. And this energy, maybe you've been feeling like things have been shuffling around, like you can't really lock something into place. But it's because so much is energetically shifting for you. But this energy is locking into place and it's clicking into place because it feels like you've shifted so many different timelines. It's like this, you've jumped so many timelines that this quantum shifting energy that I'm seeing is literally all these different rewrites that are happening for you on a soul level. And I know some of you, this might be above your head, but if you can just sit and feel into the energy of it, like I feel like you've transformed, you've shifted, you did something maybe that was difficult, or you made a move, you've done something that has shifted the entire game for you and has literally helped you jump timelines and into this new version of yourself. So they're very proud of you. And because of this, so much is shifting. And so much is available to you that previously wasn't. And so while this energy is really this transformational point, this transformational point that is locking into place, I feel like there's a choice point, an energy shift. There's something happening really big for you, and it's happening on a soul level, this Akashic level, right? Your soul records are shifting. This is huge. And I feel like there's such a big celebration happening for you in this higher realms. I'm just sharing things for you on an energetic, on a soul level perspective so that you can have an understanding of what's happening in your reality. Okay. So I feel like there might be a moment for you to, like, there's no more repeats for some of you. Like, you've crossed the threshold, you've completed that, you're moving through this energetic doorway, and it, like, everything is shifting. And that's why there's been this like shuffling. What I'm seeing in the Akashic records is like this new coding, these new pathways, there's new gifts, there's just so much rewriting for your favor. Like, it's an exciting moment, of really a huge moment for you. So congratulations. But can you sit with your soul? Can you sit with this new version of yourself? Can you sit with your soul? Because they're literally asking, like, really clearing out and plucking out old things from your reality. And so you've had this moment where you can't quite grip on to ground into like this new thing or this new version or your gifts, whatever it is. It's just taking a moment because there's something being reworking for you. And if you can hold in your energy and connect with this new version of yourself, because something is about to like really lock into place for you. And it's like really understanding that you are no longer emitting this different energy. You're getting used to this new energy. It's a powerful version of yourself, a new soul signature, a new aspect of your soul, your oversoul that's coming in. And can you sit with it? Can you sense it? Can you feel it? Can you listen to it? Can you taste it? Can you, even feeling into tension in your body and releasing and just letting this energy pluck out of your reality that no longer needs to be there. Okay. There's like old beliefs that no longer need to be there. So I just feel like there's this massive energetic shifting happening. But interestingly enough, there's these waves of inspiration that are coming through, this waves of impulses, waves of downloads that are coming through. And you might feel this as a like opening, as a because they're showing me these new downloads, these impulses of information, these electrical impulses of information that are being transmitted to you. And you might feel this pockets open up in the moment throughout your day where you receive an insight or you receive an opening or you receive some kind of download or an energy shift in some way. Some of it is like activations. It's like just pockets of energy that are opening up and clearing out your energy and receiving new information and downloads. It's like tension releasing out of your body on a different level. But there's these waves of inspiration that are coming and these downloads. And they're showing me that these waves of inspiration and these impulses to do something are maybe they would come through in like a moment or in a day, but these energies of downloads and impulses and ideas are increasing in their frequency. They're increasing in their numbers, in their energy. So pay attention to these repetitive thoughts and information. And when you get the impulse to do something, do it. Like, ride that wave, because it is like this wave of inspiration where you get this wave to do something, this wave to act, this wave of inspiration, this wave, and like ride that wave and act on that impulse. Don't overthink it. Okay. Because there's repetitive thoughts and information that keep coming to you and they're showing you where you're going. Don't overthink it. It's time to move in a quicker pace. I feel like they're setting you up for this pace, this new energy that's coming forward. But it feels like this new energy is pulsing through, and it's like settling into the energy at the same time. New people are coming in, this like shuffling out of old and new things coming in, a new version of yourself, right? But it feels like they are so proud of you for this like decision moment, this moment And some of you, it's like a soul moment. It's like a soul decision that you have made, and it happens energetically first before the physical. But it does feel like there's this moment in your heart, and they're saying, like, we're so proud of you because you're finally like getting it. You're finally getting it in some way. Some of you, they feel like I feel a need to share that with you. But it's like this, everything is like this impulse is coming, this internal feeling is coming within you to move forward in some way. And they're literally asking you to feel into that moment and ride that wave when that moment comes, because that is the way in which things work, right? So I feel like you're energetically and vibrationally aligning you to a new path, a new version of yourself. There is a version of yourself that you're in the process of meeting right now, including new guides, right? There's a lot of new shuffling in and out. But get to know this version of you, feel into it, get used to this new energy before you need to go give it away, or, sit with that energy, and radiate that new light and that frequency that is coming out of you, because it's like they're saying, like, what better moment than now to claim your bigger desires and claim what you want, because there's so many blessings. So it feels like this wave of inspiration is coming, and you're in the process of meeting this version of yourself that you've never met before, but you're walking through that doorway and new things are becoming possible. There's a new energy. So it feels like everything that has seeked to limit you is releasing, and you're moving into a higher vibrational reality. So this is beyond logic. It's like this, whatever's happening is beyond logic. It's deeply felt on a soul level. So I hope that you guys enjoy this messages. It felt like I really needed to speak to your soul. Felt like you needed to hear this from a soul level, and just, if anything, feel into the message. So feel into this new energy, feel into who you're becoming, and really, it just feels like something's clicking, something is things have been shuffling to rewrite this new script of your reality. And this is such a huge transformational point where this new energy is locking into place, and you get to enter this beautiful manifestation vortex as if you are this blob of energy, and you can attune yourself to the desires that you want. And it all happens energetically first. So maybe before you were emitting this old vibrational frequency and energy, and now there's upgrade has happened, and now you're emitting this new energy, and people can sense and feel that shift within you, this new set of possibilities. And you get the opportunity, you're already jumping so many massive timelines, but you get the opportunity to really shift into higher gear here. And that is where you're really meant to step into. So I hope that you enjoyed this energy update. I will link the replay to the 5/5 portal event that I held for entering the manifestation vortex. It's an activation. There's a lot of great information that came through in that. So I highly recommend doing that. I'm also hosting an event, and I will link that in the show notes. So welcome this new brand new version of yourself. Feel into this version of you. You're walking through that doorway, and you're meeting this part of you that has either been asleep for a very long time, or it's like a new version of you that you've not met before, and you're walking through. So enjoy it, feel into it, treat it as a sacred ceremony and a celebration. Speak to you in the next one.